Right, so we're back in the shop again today. The other day we managed to get the old Plymouth running. Had to do a little wiring on the coil and was able to get her running. And she actually pulled fuel from her own tank and was sitting there idling. But then I discovered that it had a big fuel leak. There was a lot of fuel on the floor underneath of it. So today we're going to get her jacked up on this side because it was coming from this passenger side. I don't know if the fuel pump's on this side, so hopefully it's just a rubber line going to the fuel pump and we can fix that. Simple enough. So we're going to figure out the fuel leak. We're going to pour some brake fluid into the master cylinder, which is under the driver's floor. Up in that area. Pour some brake fluid in there. See if maybe by chance we can pump up a little bit of brake pedal. And then would kind of like to, if I can get it to run and not leak fuel, get the tires aired up and just run it around the house here a little bit. The tires won't hold air for much more than 5 or 10 minutes, but at least maybe we can get it running around the road a little bit. So let me get things set up to where I can jack up passenger side of the car here and see if we can't figure out where that fuel leak is. Well, we have found our leak, and it is the fuel pump itself. So I think what I may try and do is rig up a boat tank. I've got one here, and a fuel pump, and do away, just bypass that fuel pump for a minute. Maybe, or I may just see about ordering a fuel pump. I don't know, we'll see yet. But that's where our leak is. Alright, so we figured out that the fuel leak was the fuel pump. And so I have rigged me up a boat tank. I've got to go to the station and get some gas for it. So I decided I'd go ahead and top off the coolant system to see how bad that was going to leak and where. So far it's full and I don't think I have any leaks. I put, I don't know, 1.5 gallons of water in it, some coolant and water. So now while that's sitting there, before I go to the station, I'm going to see about putting some brake fluid in and see if we can get some brakes to pump up or where all that leaks at. And just so happens, I got lucky, and I used my little crescent wrench here thinking I would never get this plug for the master cylinder out. And it literally just turned. I didn't even have to really work at it. And it is got liquidy stuff in it, but it's not full. So maybe we can get lucky and we can pump up a little bit of brakes and see how big of a mess I can make with this. It does not hold very much. Let's see here. Pedals on the floor already. I don't know that our master cylinder is going to do us any good. It's not even trying, really. Well, nothing else, it's got something in it. Maybe it'll gravity feed or something. Oh, wait. Now we're getting somewhere, maybe. Oh, there we go. Easy does it. It's making the fluid move. Whether it's using any here, I don't know. Well, the pedal doesn't come back on its own. I wonder if there's a return spring or something going. Well, it tried to come up a little bit. Oh. Oh, I feel brake pedal stuff. Oh. Oh, wow. It's actually starting to try and build a pedal. Oh, wow. It's not going to the floor anymore. Huh. Well, that's crazy. I've actually got a pedal built up. Alright, well, let's top that off. And we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm going to cap that off. Run to the station, get some gas. See if we can get this thing to fire up again and let it idle and warm up a little bit and see what happens. Be back. Alright, we got a boat tank rigged up here. This gravity feed. I don't know if that'll work very well or not. We're going to see. So far it's doing good. Got the old girl running. Going to let her warm up. And just kind of see what happens with it. Maybe we'll get lucky and be able to take her for a little cruise around the yard or something. But that's sitting there idling really nice. So let's just let her warm up and see what happens. Well, we got our first coolant coming out, our water. It's actually coming out the overflow. It's building up pressure in the system, and the radiator cap can't hold it, so it's coming out the overflow. Hopefully that'll just stop once the thermostat opens, maybe. We'll just have to see. I don't know if temp gauge moved any yet or not. If it even works. I don't even think there's a needle on the temp gauge. That's great. So, don't see nothing anyway. Sitting here idling just fine. Still got over 40 pounds of oil pressure. Charging. That's all good. Well, I backed the car up under its own power, and the coolant spot right there from where it was overflowing. Hopefully. Uh-oh, we died. Probably ran out of fuel. Oh, it flooded itself. I see, it's got gas pouring everywhere. Anyway, see if I can get that to stop. Get it turned around. We don't need that going like crazy. Alright, sorry about that. Damn carburetor was pouring gas all over everything, and the dang manifold's right below there. So, anywho, the coolant leak kind of stopped. Like I said, it was coming out the overflow. The thermostat opened up because the heater hose is hot. That's a good sign. It was sounding pretty good till it just choked itself out and died. So let me play with things here a little bit. Maybe we can still get her going again. Well, unfortunately, no test drive today. That silly carburetor just leaks way too bad. I'd say the float needle's sticking really bad on it, so I'll have to get a rebuild kit for that. Otherwise, it was running pretty good. It might still be missing on one cylinder. Probably have to do a compression test. Hopefully it's just a bad plug or wire or something, but it could be a stuck valve. Who knows? Yeah, the thermostat opened up because it's circulating water. That's good. I said it ran pretty decent. I was wanting to really kind of drive it around, but shoot, them tires won't hold air for nothing. It's just been a few minutes and that back one's already flat. I did pull the spare out of the trunk. I'm going to see if it'll hold air. And nothing else, maybe I can stick it on the car. Because the other three will hold air for half an hour or so, but this back one right here will not. So, anyway, that's going to do it for today. I'm going to have to get some stuff ordered up and probably work on pulling the rest of the seats out of the car. Got some more junk in the back to get out in the trunk. So, that's going to be it for now. Thanks.